I never did anything in my life to hurt anyone.
Those in our community beset by the kinds of spirits that seek to destroy us. We need to think robustly, just for instance, about the demon of disinformation.
So by now, I'm pretty sure y'all done seen this beautiful black queen on y'all For You page. So yesterday, a guy asked for her number and she said, no, I don't want to give my number out. And he picked up a brick and hit her on the side of her face. And what really hurt her the most, in my opinion, is the fact that men stood around and didn't fucking help her. And this is why we say that we don't want y'all. This is why we say that we don't feel safe around y'all. This is why we have to protect ourselves, because y'all don't fucking do it. Why would y'all stand around and let a grown-ass man pick up a brick and assault a woman based on the fact that she didn't want to give up her number? She should not feel pressure to give up her number or give up any number because a man say so. It's crazy that shit the women go through and y'all love to fucking downplay it. This lady could have damage to her skull or her brain being chopped with a fucking brick. This is her page, y'all. Please go show her some love. Please go send her some encouraging words, because I can only imagine what she's going through. I'm not sure if she got his information or whatnot, but I would definitely keep y'all updated on this, because he needs to be put down. This is why I say that men need to be born in prison and work their way out. Y'all are getting more unstable every fucking day.
Okay, y'all, I'm just gonna take some time to send my prayers out to Ro. If you're on TikTok or Instagram, you may know her. This is Ro Reports right here. I posted this picture because everybody else that's talking about what happened to her last night, they're posting the video of her in the hospital. And if you want to go see it, I'll tag her. If you want to go see what she's saying, you could go see it. Basically, last night, she was out with her friends, looking like a ting. This what she had on last night, looking very nice. Whatever. They was doing their thing out in the club. A man asked her for her number. She told him no. This man picked up a fucking brick and threatened her with the brick. She tried to get men's attention, a bunch of black men all standing around. She tried to get somebody's attention to say, y'all don't see this man, he has a whole brick in his hand. This man hit her with the fucking brick just for him to be able to get in a car and drive the fuck off, and no one did anything about it. And she has the videos in her Insta stories right now. And this man had to have hit her so hard with this fucking brick just because he got rejected from a beautiful black woman, to the point where when she first put the video up, she was still outside the club. And then her next videos were her in the hospital. And you can gradually see her face get bigger and bigger and bigger. She has a concussion. Her ear is ripped open. She probably can't even, her fucking ear was probably ringing. That's how hard this man hit her. The side of her face is completely fucking swollen. Completely swollen. And this is shit, I'm triggered as fuck, because this is the type of shit that us as women have to go through. There's another TikToker, Instagrammer, that she reposted this video, and she said her piece on how she has a defense mechanism now of flirting back for the sake of not getting punched in the face, because that has happened to her before. She told a man, I'm not interested, and this man punched her in the face. I am saying something about this because I have also been through this multiple fucking times, where men don't know how to accept rejection. It is okay for a woman to not be interested in you. And the comments under all of these videos that people, and it's all women, just saying, oh, get a text-free number, give them your real number, then block them when they call, blah, blah, blah. I completely understand that, because I have told men before that I am not interested, and they get so fucking erratic to the point where I would give out my number and they would pull their phones out and call you right in front of your face to make sure the number's the right number. What the fuck? Like, why? I've tried to give out fake numbers before, and the number, they pull out their phone right in front of you, to the point where now I'm like, damn, I can't even fake a number no more. So I started giving my friends' numbers out. And I'll let my friend know, like, hey, I just gave this guy your number, so you could do with that what you will. Like, why do we have to do these things? Why do we have to have defense mechanisms? Why do we have to come up with these clever, like, exits just to get away from these men that want to be all up in our face? And we show an ounce of disinterest and they get so aggressive. And I can tell that the men in the video that she was trying to say, why didn't you stand up for me? They was all drinking. She was in the club. Like, the men was drunk. And they probably was trying to talk to her too. Like, I promise you, at least one of those men that saw this man hit her with the brick was probably in his mind, like, if you would have said no to me, I would have did the same shit. Because who the fuck do you think you are? Who do you think you are to feel such a way that because I don't want to give you my number? First of all, I don't fucking know you. I don't know you to be like, yeah, here's my whole number. I've even gone so far as to tell men, I'm not giving you my personal number because I don't give it out like that, but you can have my Instagram. That has gotten men, that has satisfied a few men enough to be like, okay, I'll deal with that because at least I can still contact you. Why do I have to think like that? Why do I have to do that? And then there's other men that's just like, nah, the Instagram's not good enough. I need direct contact. Why? Like, I'm just going to keep saying why. Y'all really, I'm going to tag Ro because y'all really need to see what the fuck this man did to her face, bro. She had I had to really stop myself from crying because I got so triggered. I've had flashbacks in the past 10 minutes. It's really sad. These men need to just do better. And I'm not putting this out to all men. I'm not saying all men are like this because there are some really respectful men out there. But to the men that get triggered and y'all must have some mommy issues or something where a woman tell you no and you feel like doing shit like this. You call him a bitch. You call him this. You call him that. You hit him with a brick outside of the club. And the men are watching. They ain't do nothing. Not a damn thing. Put them all on, yeah. Okay, I'm triggered, guys. I'm praying for Ro that she gets well soon. Listen. I think I've said enough. I think I have said enough. All right, bye, y'all. Bye.
Thought that lady just got hit in the face with a brick and not one man stood up.
That's why I be saying most of these men out here are useless. As a woman who does not fit the beauty standard, and again, this doesn't just relate to the beauty standard, because I know plenty of pretty women who haven't been defended by men, but I think as a woman who has not fit the beauty standard ever, I see men's dark side a lot more. These men don't give a fuck about women unless they're getting something out of it. You know how many grown men I've had to square up with? I remember being 15, 16 years old, ready to fight family members' boyfriends. Or having to put men in fucking headlock. Because you're not going to talk to me any type of way. Getting all up in my face and expecting me to take it. I got anger and hormonal imbalances. You can take it outside, you can keep it inside. You're not going to put your hands on me. You're not going to talk to me any type of way. And you're not going to do that to another woman around me. There have been so many men I've had to almost fight or had to fight. And this is what the men do in the background. Oh no, stop. You don't expect somebody to do shit for you. You expect somebody to clean your house and cook dinner for you when you can't even defend them? It's giving delusional. But no, if you are a woman, I know we want to be in our soft life, myself included, because the cortisol be going, but still know how to fight, okay? Still know how to do some self-defense, still keep some weaponry on you, because these men be some bitches.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why this man got a brick on my face?" And he's holding a brick, and all these niggas is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watch, and they let that nigga get in the corner. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
There has been a lot of talk recently. A lot of men who have been extremely upset about the fact that women say all men. I am in between extreme rage and absolute devastation. It will be all men until it's no men. And a lot of men are inclined to take offense to this statement. Well, let me just give you a perception that might help you guys understand. The reason that we say all men is not because we believe all men are evil. It's because we have been conditioned to believe that all sheep are dangerous. You see, every single wolf that has ever come across our path, every wolf that's ever harmed us, has come dressed as a sheep, smelling like a sheep, sounding like a sheep, behaving like a sheep. And so we have learned to believe that one, all sheep have the potential to be wolves, that you can't just inherently trust that a sheep is a sheep, and that you can't allow a sheep to get too close to you in the event that it's a wolf. A lot of men are out here splitting hairs, coming after women, but the reality is that men are afraid of men and women are afraid of men. There was an entire group of men standing around her when she got hit in the face with a brick for simply telling a man no.
Get my face, and I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch.
What do you want?
Y'all see it?
What do you want?
Y'all see it?
What do you want?
What y'all to do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
The unanimous response was, what do you want us to do about it? All men, until it's no men. Because although they didn't hit her in the face with the brick, they didn't stop it from happening. They stood there and watched. I am so tired of watching women being physically harmed and killed because men believe that we are their property, that we are their objects, and that they have a right to us. And when we don't give them what they want, that they then have a right to physically harm us and punish us. And all y'all men are out here bitching and griping about the fact that we say all men, when what y'all really need to be doing, instead of attacking the women, is going out and speaking to the men, going out and doing something about it instead of constantly pointing the fingers at us. It's our fault that you attack us. It's our fault that nothing's being done. It's our fault. And y'all aren't really acting like men anymore. You're acting like the victims, and we're left picking up the pieces, sleeping in hospital rooms or shelters. healing from the damage that's been inflicted on us by wolves that were hiding in sheep's clothing, and then you want to ridicule us for saying things like all men because we can't tell a good one from a bad one. I'm just so tired of it. And to this beautiful woman, Ro, I'm so sorry.
Both on TikTok and Instagram, I was tagged on this post about this woman who rejected a man's advances and who was basically hit in the face with a brick. Now, the response from women has been loud, and most of us, if we have any sense, know and understand the perils of wanting to just say no, but why we give our phone numbers to people that we have no interest in. And this is why. Look at the side of her face. Look at the side of her face. Because she had the nerve to not be interested. And this woman's video, she was so hurt. She was hurt mentally and physically because, and she's going to be traumatized going forward because she watched other adult men just be around. And there was no fear in the man that did this to her, knowing and understanding that Black women are unprotected. So, like this commenter said, there should be a healthy dose of fear in what an XY will do to you. This is why so many women just acquiesce and give people their phone number and block on the back end. So when supposed good guys wonder why these women give me their phone number and then block me, understand that this is why. There's going to be women in the comment section saying this. See, this is why I tell all my friends, just give them your number, your real number. If they call in front of you, then block them when you leave. And this person says, this is such good advice. I think it's the safest way because no matter what you say, like you're married, they don't understand what no means. They say that we are the emotional ones, but our emotions is not causing us to randomly do this to people who have just said no. There shouldn't have to be a comment section where we're trying to help other women simply stay safe simply because we are not interested. After the Alabama brouhaha, the Montgomery brawl, I said this on my social media page, what this woman above says. So men can only defend Black men because at that Montgomery brawl, y'all was down with it and didn't back down. I wonder if that Black woman was a security guard, would Black men have come to her defense like that? I asked this question because we have seen what happens when it's a Black woman. When it's a Black woman, it becomes, what does she say to him? What does she do? What, she deserved it because her attitude said so. Black women are not protected. We saw what happened with Carlisha Hood. We saw what happened. She defended herself and the community, even women, were mad, saying that that man didn't deserve that, despite the fact that he was pummeling her in her face. So we as women, not all of us live in a state that allows you to have pum-pums. We don't all live in those states. But we have got to recognize and have some self-preservation about ourselves because they call us emotional. But we as women know and understand that we are not protected. We're not. It's simply not going to happen. They're not going to run to our defense like they did in Montgomery. It was real cute to have all the chair memes go around. It was real cute. But in reality, we are not protected like that. It's just not going to happen. So, as Cornelia said, check it right. As you all sit on social media and try to personalize these videos so you can point fingers to all BMs, understand that we aren't obligated to protect you. As more and more Black women develop a disdain for BMs just off of watching videos on social media, I don't feel the necessity to protect because it ain't all of us doing this. Correspond that with so many Black women claiming they are masculine and equivalent to men. Some things need to be thought about, don't you think? Recognize that this is their sentiment. Women are simply trying to survive. We just want to survive. And so we need to do what's best for us, because they will let us know time and time again that this is, because we are masculine simply because we want to be able to protect ourselves, to survive, to be independent, to live like an adult. And they take it as an affront. So we have got these social media happenings. It really reminds us all that we need to get in shape. We need to be able to run. We need to have a strong sense of who the actual boogeyman is. We have got to understand that most times they have skin like us. They are in our communities. They are looking you dead in your face. And like this person says, so we are taught that making eye contact with ladies is harassment, and that you ladies are just as strong and can handle yourselves. Last time me and the fellas went to handle a man who was harming a chick, she called the cops and tried to get us arrested. So this is what they say. They say that they're not protecting you because of this. So recognize this and move on. Do what you have to do for self-preservation. That's all. That's it. That's all. It's going to get worse. Have your second number ready, have it memorized, have it as a Google number, whatever. Do what you have to do to stay safe.
Shalom family. It's good to see you all here. I've seen a lot of things online, just like you have, since this story broke. And I'm not going to lie to you, it has changed my mind about some of these creators that I listened to at one point in time, that I will absolutely not go back to their channels again. No matter what you feel about a person, whether they came from here or not, that's irrelevant. Nobody deserves to be attacked because they wouldn't give up a phone number. Giving a phone number is an option to whether a person wants to do that or not. And what difference does that make if you're from here and refuse to give your number, or you're from another location and refuse to give your number? What difference does that make? You have the right to say no. Just like as a man or woman, if you meet someone out there and you're not attracted to them, you have every right to decline whatever they're offering. When did that option get taken away from people? That's what I want to know. And as far as the person that did it, I hope they get caught. I do. They shouldn't be protected. They need to be apprehended as far as I'm concerned. So let's get into this. Now, what I'm about to say, you may agree with me, you may not agree with me. But let me tell you what I did. When I was a younger woman, I did not want everybody to have my phone number. My family, I was okay with having my number. There were a lot of other people I did not want them to have my number at all. So what I would do is, I had for many years, probably for about 2 decades, I had a call forwarding number. So if somebody called me, they didn't have my actual number, but they had the number that would ring to my phone, and I would answer the phone, so they didn't know whether they had my number or not. And some of these people are freaking crazy out here, y'all. Be careful. Number one, I heard years ago, now these guys done smarten up. If you give them a fake number, they'll dial the number in front of you to see if your phone ring. If you give them a call forwarding number, that phone is going to ring. It's going to go to your forwarding number and through your actual phone number. And I was more comfortable with doing that than giving out my actual phone number. And y'all, I was stalked when I was younger. When I was in my early 20s, I got stalked by a guy.
You